finishing up my dinner too.
Right as the show started. What's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Masters of the Retroverse. Sorry we were gone. Had a little hiatus for a couple weeks. Had a lot of stuff going on, but that's just the way it goes, you know? Life gets in the way, man. That's why this is a hobby. Nothing more.
My throne room hobby.
And let me tell you, it is quite spectacular. I love what you did. I love what you did with there. So you're inside the Castle Grayskull.
You're damn right. Yeah. Stop looking at me.
That is badass, dude. I got to say. So any of you listening to the audio podcast, you got to go over and check out our YouTube and check out David's throne room because it's cool.
Magnificent.
Yeah.
I make decisions for kingdoms here.
All right, so here's a stupid question. Who's that guy off to your right?
Some dude. Not just fucking, that's that cardboard cutout guy. I can't remember his name.
Okay. I got you.
Yeah, but this is from the new Castle Grayskull, the Classics collection. It's that throne room.
Nice. Damn, that's badass, dude. That's cool as shit. I like that.
Yeah, I found it. Credit to whoever put it on Google.
Right. Same here. It's like my Mario background. Yeah, gotta love Google. Thanks, Google. We love you. God, man. So you had a little journey to your hometown of Washington State. Home state of Washington State.
Washington is the town that I visited.
Well, yeah, it's a town here in Missouri too. So I guess it.
And in Maryland, where I don't know, D.C. District of whatever, Columbia, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. Visited that one too. But yeah, I went to Washington. It was oh man, it was so great. Like to take my flip-flops off, right? And just have my feet on that beautiful, nice, soft, luscious grass. It was amazing. Instead of this centipede grass we have in North Carolina.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah. You got centipede grass?
And we got something. I don't know.
Rough
I'm lazy
grass?
when it comes. I'm lazy when it comes to my yard, dude. I pay somebody to mow it and take care of it, but I don't even freaking water it. So right now, we had 100-degree weather for like the last week. That's why I haven't been able to do anything because I've been busy at work.
Right.
So my yard looks a little bit like a wasteland right now, but that's okay.
Yeah. It's all good, man. Like I don't know. Yeah, I saw you got that big heat wave. I hit you up about it. Washington was nice. It was like perfect weather the whole time. It drizzled the first night while we were sleeping, and then it was like perfect the rest of the time. Like I think it got up to about 97 on one day. The day me and my buddies went out to go shoot our guns and just catch up. So.
Nice. Yeah, it's starting to cool off here, but it's getting better.
Yeah.
Yeah. We had like 81, high 81 yesterday, dude. Like low humidity. It was beautiful.
Really?
Took the kids, went to the park, played with the RC cars, and.
Oh yeah, you got quite the collection too, don't you?
Yeah, I got a few. Yeah. I got a couple buggies, which is what we normally take out. They're all-wheel drive. Got a 3 or 4 rock crawlers. I got a couple boats. So it's a fun hobby, man. And the kids love it, especially AJ.
Yeah.
Teaches them mechanics and all that stuff, and I let him work on it on his own. Well, not on his own, but supervised. But he works on his own stuff for the most part. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. So he put in all his actuators and all that stuff for the steering. You help him with that, or?
Well, I mean, he hasn't gotten that far yet. He knows how to take the battery in and out, turn it on, and
charge it,
take the body off. Yeah, charge it up.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's cool though, man. It's a cool hobby to get into. Anybody out there that's looking for a good hobby that you can do with your kids and gets them outside and lets them play around with stuff. Because I'm the type of person that I love modifying stuff. Like when I get something, I can't just leave it alone. I have to see how fast or how big.
Tim Allen that shit.
Yeah, exactly.
More power.
Yeah, no shit, man. But anyway. No, that's good, man. Like I said, we're back after a couple weeks, but we're kind of on a little bit of a time crunch here, so we're going to try to keep this to about 45 minutes or so. Kind of blast through some of the stuff that we want to talk about because there's been a lot going on out in the Retroverse. and in just fandom in general. You know,
Yep.
one of the first things that we got is a lot of footage from Super Mario Odyssey, and that is a upcoming game that's coming out on the Switch. Have you heard the release date yet on it? Because last I heard, it was like December.
I was looking at it. Yeah, I think it's November or December. That's what made me bring it up, because I was looking at release dates of upcoming games or whatever. So I saw that one. Let me see here. Do I have it still in my little history? I do not, but I believe it was sometime in November, so just before Christmas, the holidays, and all that.
Of course, yeah. Which I actually pre-ordered it back whenever I pre-ordered my Switch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kept seeing like December release date. I didn't know if they had updated that or not to something sooner. But yeah, I guess they're probably going to save that for the Christmas holidays, which kind of sucks for me, you know.
Well, yeah, sucks for everybody, but you know, if you want it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what are your thoughts on it? Do you? I heard, you told me you had some chance to look at some of the trailers and stuff like that. What are your thoughts?
I looked at it a little bit. I saw just a couple videos of game footage. It looks really cool. It looks different. You know, I'm not really sure. I mean, it looks cool, but I'm still not 100% sure of what I think about it yet.
Right. It reminded me of Sonic the Hedgehog.
It really does.
Yeah.
It reminds me of like a cross between that and Mario 64.
Yep.
It's got a lot of heavy Mario 64 influences, it looks like.
Yeah. So if that trailer was accurate and it's got like real world footage, like type stuff in it, like it's going to be hard to differentiate like where you have to jump and like do things at.
Yeah. Because it has like a New York City kind of setting, right?
Right.
And yeah, which I wasn't really digging that too much when I first saw the trailer for this game back. I don't know, God, it's been months. I didn't really care. I wasn't really sure what I thought about that. I don't think I really cared for it too much. You know, I like the Mario world. You know, I don't want to see him running through, or was it New Donk City or whatever the hell I think it's called.
Which essentially is New York.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I mean, time will tell. I'm gonna have to look through some more. Hey, we got some chatters here on YouTube too.
Chatters. I like it. If they're talking shit about me, they're my friends. I'm just saying.
Oh, okay. No, it looks. I'm just interested to see. I'm gonna have to watch some more footage, some more gameplay from E3 before I really voice my opinion on it. I mean, obviously it's Mario. I'm excited for it. It's gonna be a huge seller because this is the game that everybody that bought a Switch has been waiting for. Now, don't get me wrong. Zelda is a good game, and it's lasted people. I think it kind of quenched their thirst right off the bat, and it gave them something to play and something to talk about. But now they're kind of, most of the people that I know, like me, that have played Zelda have already gone through the whole game, and we're waiting for something, the next big thing to come out. They just brought out Splatoon 2, which looks really good. I haven't had a chance to play it. But I know Splatoon has always been, you know, not always, but, you know, since it came out on the Wii U, you know, it's been a pretty big name game, and it looks like it's a lot of fun. Mario Kart 8 was another one that, you know, everybody was really anticipating, and it's decent. You know, but it's not one of those games that I like to sit down and play by myself. It's one of those games you have to sit down and play with, you know, I'll sit down and play it with my son, or, you know, friends come over, we can all sit around and play it. But it didn't really quench my thirst, I don't think. Like, hopefully this new Mario game is going to.
Yeah. It looks all right to me. I'm just like, you know, Adam, I'm more of a fan of the side-scrolling games when it comes to Mario, the classic. Like, that's what I look for in a Mario game, and I hope that this is just that intermission before the next side-scrolling great Mario game. So we go from Super Mario Wii U and now we're going into Switch. So hopefully, maybe they bring a new aspect to the side-scrolling game of Mario. You know.
Yeah, yeah, I hope so. Looks like they're introducing a few new aspects to the game too, and the one is his hat.
Okay.
Have you caught on to that yet?
No, not yet. I was trying to research the most I could of it, and I started watching what we're going to talk about later.
Yeah.
I got sucked into that hole. So
Yeah, I think they're calling him Cappy. It's Mario's hat, and
like he's a character.
yeah, I think yeah, it looks like he's actually his own character because the one trailer that I watched, which was posted from E3, was actually it shows him using his hat. He throws it against the blocks to break the blocks. You know, if you got a block that's like far away on a platform, he'll pull his hat off and throw it. But also, too, one thing I noticed was there was some characters that were wearing the hat. So right at the beginning of the trailer, you see a big dinosaur, and then he turns around and he's wearing Mario's hat. There's another piece of the trailer where there's a fish wearing Mario's hat. So I'm guessing that what they're doing is you can transfer his hat onto one of the enemies or characters or whatever you want to call it and actually control that character.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, it's kind of
especially for the bony fish or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it looks interesting. That's really about as far as I've gotten in it. So,
yeah. But I don't know, man. I'm a big Mario fan, so let's hope it's good. I still got to pick up a Switch. Not like you yet. I didn't get mine yet.
Yeah, no, I mean, if I didn't get it first day, I wouldn't have got it. I just got lucky. It's the very first console that I've ever bought the day of release.
I'm not gonna lie. The first time I tried to buy a day one release was the Xbox, and I missed it. So,
which Xbox? The original one?
The day one. It says day one on the controller.
But the original Xbox or like
the Xbox One?
Oh, the Xbox One. Okay.
Yeah, they had it was a thing called a day one release. You pre-ordered or whatever, and like your controller says day one on it. So, like I wanted, I just because they weren't gonna make many of them, and I wanted that one. So,
yeah,
but I missed it by like a month or so. So,
damn.
Yeah, it's all good, man. I figured they'd have more being on base and Marines and all that want to buy them all the time. So, miscalled that one.
Yeah, it happens, man. It happens.
Yeah, it's all good.
So, what other thoughts do you have on the Super Mario?
I'm just really like, man. I hope it's a good game. I wasn't a fan of Mario 64. Like I was when it first came out, and then it just got like. Coming from the side-scrolling games, like going into the 3D realm, kind of didn't sit well with me at first because, like, I really liked the original Mario, and I think there's a lot of people out there that does. I think, like, that's an opinion, but for the most part, like when you think of Mario, you think left to right, and then maybe right to left. You know.
Well, yeah. I mean, like I said, Mario Odyssey had some verticality to it.
Yeah.
Or Mario 64, I'm sorry, had some verticality to it. Trying to think of what.
Then Mario, what is it? Mario World 3D for the Wii U. I did pick that up. I like that. The cat was kind of cool at first, and like I was watching YouTube videos of the cat, and like. Dude's freaking out about being a kitten, and he's like, "Oh, I'm a kitten, yay!" Like maybe I just fall onto the wrong videos. I don't know.
Right.
I'm trying to like check out a game before I buy it because it was out for a while before I bought that game.
Yeah.
Well, I bought my Wii U really late too, so. But
I never played any of the Marios on Wii or the Wii U. I've played it. I've got the 3DS, so I played the Super Mario Brothers 3DS, which was pretty good, but that was more side-scrolling.
Right. So, not gonna lie, Adam. If you get a chance, if one of your buddies or whatever has a Wii U, and you get a chance to play Super Mario Wii U, Like you need to play it fresh start. Be like, dude, don't tell me anything, just play it. Because I think, like, honestly, you'll be enlightened. Like you'll be like, oh wow, finally a game that stands up to Super Mario Brothers 3.
Nice. Okay, cool. Yeah. Well, what I was doing was I was waiting for the Switch to be out for a little while, to where the Wii U is going to drop drastically in price, to where I can pick one up for, less than $100, kind of like I did with the Wii. And then I'll go back and start getting those games, because I mean those games hold their value, though. They're still going to be pretty expensive.
Yeah.
All the Mario games are always expensive. All the way going back to the NES, the Super NES.
Yeah. It is. Like you still pick up a cartridge for Super Mario World with Duck Hunt for $25.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's crazy.
And what I think is even worse on as far as price wise is like the Mario Kart games. Those things are stupid in price. Right. I mean, $50-$60
my favorite one of those is the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's crazy. Like they start doing flips and stuff. You're like, what is going on? Too old for all this nonsense. I don't know.
Well, there's another Mario game coming out too, and I'm not sure the release date. It's Mario Rabbids Kingdom Battle. So it's the game Rabbids mixed with Mario.
Okay.
With the Mario characters. Not super familiar with the Rabbids game. But I was watching some gameplay and stuff of that game, and it looks interesting. It's more of like an RPG.
Okay.
Where you have Mario and Princess Peach and Luigi, and they're all kind of following, they're kind of following each other around. And then they all have
hit points and all that.
Hit points and battle scores and stuff like that, to where they increase. This guy has a higher level battle or hit points. This guy has a more defense and this and that. But it's almost like they mixed like Mario RPG with Mario 64 kind of.
Mario 64. Yeah, I was what is it? I played, what is it? Was it Final Fantasy? I didn't get too into the RPG games. Some of my buddies did. They liked it, but like when you have to start doing math and like figuring out where shit needs to go, and unless you made it easy in game like Assassin's Creed or Fallout, like the RPG game like kind of just went. I was a casual gamer at the time, so it's like, actually I still kind of am a casual gamer. I don't know. But no, the Mario game, I can't wait for it. I will definitely most likely get it and play it. Probably the first one I get for the Switch when I get the Switch. So I just want to know what your thoughts were, because I know you had the Switch, and that's going to be one of the games that you're probably going to be getting. So kind of see what your thoughts on the game was.
Yeah, and definitely if you get a Switch, definitely check out Zelda. I think you'd like it.
Yeah.
Too. There's a lot. It's just one of those games that's so vast, so big, and it's so pretty, and there's so much stuff to do. And it's
when it came out on the Wii. When it came out on the Wii, I thought that was awesome. You could control the bow,
Oh yeah, which I actually ended up turning that off. I tried it a couple times, where you can actually tilt it to and it's more difficult to do that than it is just to aim it with your joystick. Really is. It's one of those kind of gimmicks, I guess.
Yeah. Well, they did so well with the Wii with the motion, So so yeah, because when I bought my Wii, I was, what was it, like 2008, seven or eight, I can't remember. It was like right when it first came out, and I just got it just because I wanted to play Mario, and I didn't have a Nintendo or anything, so I picked that thing up for, I think it was like $200. It was cheap. It was like $250 or $200, something like that, at the PX, and I bring it home out to where we used to live. Danny's like, "Oh my God, you bought a video game system, really?" Blah blah blah. Next thing you know, she's like on it all the time. When are we gonna play Wii bowling? When are we gonna play Wii this? When are we gonna play Wii that? It was just like she was all about it. She's still all about it. Like I think the Wii just went nuts up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's sitting in my bedroom right now. I don't know if the kids broke it or what, but yeah, my wife loved the Wii. and the karaoke that they had. And
It was something new at the time. And
they were very
kind of gimmicky.
Gimmicky. I would say they were innovating because
Well,
obviously they had, we talked about this on another show, the Power Glove, right? They had the Virtual Boy. Yeah, it technically was Wii before it was Wii. Like all those things, like they were building up to build this. So when Xbox comes out with Kinect, and then Sony comes out with PlayStation Move or whatever, is that what it's called? PlayStation Move? I think I haven't got it yet for my PlayStation, but just all the things they come out with, and then now, what is it? The Oculus drops, right? Everybody's mind's blown by the Oculus.
Yeah.
And then before that, we had the PS PlayStation Virtual, whatever it's called.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree. No, and I didn't mean it that way. I just meant that it was like it was one of those things they didn't really use it to its full potential, I don't believe.
Right.
It was very innovative because they're still doing that, and there's the motion control, the movement control, and there's not a whole lot of gaming systems out there since then, besides now the Switch, which the Switch really isn't. I don't think it's quite as in depth as far as motion control as the Wii was. But it's just one of those things where they never really expanded on it at all. It was fun for party games, playing, like you said, like playing Wii bowling and Wii boxing and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But if they would have been able to integrate games like, like they had Call of Duty on there, but it was supposedly terrible. But if there was a way that they could integrate the motion controls into a game like Call of Duty, that would be cool. That would have made it really big. But it's the same thing they did with like the Power Glove. There was only a couple games, and they barely even worked anyway.
Resident Evil 4 or 5 has a thing where you're playing it, and like you have to move left or move right real quick to get out of the way of something with with the motion controls. Yeah.
On the Wii U?
Yep. No, the Wii. The old Wii.
Or the Wii. I'm sorry. Yeah, the Wii.
Yeah. It was 4. It might have been 4. I have it. I gotta look, but
yeah. But even though Nintendo is as innovative as they are, they still don't have a very good what am I trying to say here? With
engineers?
Well, not that. It's just okay. So, like I said, the Power Glove, you could play it with Mike Tyson's Punch Out.
Yep,
didn't work very well.
Yeah,
and there was the other game, the Power Ball. I think it was Power Ball or something like that. And that was really it. There really wasn't much more you could do with it. We all know the Virtual Boy for Nintendo was a complete flop. Yeah. Even though all of this stuff, other manufacturers and other designers look at the stuff and they're like, wow, that would be awesome. So then they would pick up from it and take off and make this, like you said, like the Oculus virtual reality stuff. But I like what they did with the Switch. They toned it down a little bit with all that stuff, and they're gearing it more towards the games and not, well, this can do this.
Yeah.
And they're throwing in these little tidbits of integration into the games with what their product can do.
Yeah, I'm gonna be so excited. I'm gonna be so freaking excited when the Oculus, they have it already, but I'm saying it's not for the masses. So you can do like a first-person shooter game with the Oculus, right? But your full kit. So you have the gun or whatever, you have your goggles on, and you can move around on the mat, the little rolly thing that they have, like the half ball thing, so you can run left or run right. And I think that'd be pretty sweet because like I could see that in a topic that we didn't hit last time.
Yeah. Nope.
Can you guess what that is?
What?
The rebirth of the arcade.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, that would be awesome. And I've said that for a long time. I said, man, they ought to make like games, first person shooters like Call of Duty, where and this was like 6 or 8 years ago. I was talking to my uncle about this, and I'm so pissed that I didn't, that I'm not smart enough to engineer this and actually become rich with it, because I'm like, they could put on, you put on like a vest,
Yeah.
You got a gun and you got the virtual reality thing, and you have like a thing underneath you that you
Yeah.
walk and you can turn and you can move. And when you get shot, it pushes against you or something, make you feel so that way you know you got shot or
everything locks up, so you can't move.
Right, exactly. And now, I guess it was probably a year or so ago, I read an article where somebody has designed that exact thing and got rich off my idea, those bastards.
Right? Damn those MIT graduates.
Oh my God. I would just gone to college.
Instead of partying, drinking
No.
beer.
Going to work. That's what I did. I went to work.
No, I partied. My bad.
Well, speaking of the Switch, so and talking about Zelda,
Yep.
Zelda Breath of the Wild got a new DLC a couple weeks ago, and it's pretty cool. I've only played for about 15, 20 minutes. Haven't had a whole lot of time to play it, but it's pretty sweet, and it's a good addition. I think it's what those of us that have beaten the game and gotten all the shrines and done everything we could in the game. It's what we needed. And
Right.
it's hard. So what they've done is they've added a master mode, which is like a super hard mode for the game, where you can go back and replay the game, and the enemies are like 10 times as tough. Your weapons are a little bit weaker. It just makes you work harder for it. But the other thing that they added too was something called Trial of the Sword, and it's basically once you get the master sword, you can do this. You go over and you basically put your sword back into where you pulled the master sword out. You put it in there, and it transports you to this room. Okay, there's 45 rooms that you have to get through, and you start with nothing. Like, you can't take any of your weapons or your food or anything. It basically strips you down completely. Now, you can keep the amount of hearts that you have. So, like for me, my hearts are maxed out, and what I did was I ate one of the foods that I had that actually extended my hearts, like 3 or 4 more. You can take that in there with you. Any of your defense food, any of that stuff, it does count. But it strips you down completely, and it is hard because it gives you hardly anything at the beginning. You're basically trying to beat off these guys with a stick.
Really?
So you have to use your brain, and you have to figure, okay, so I'm going to grab this barrel and I'm going to throw it at him, or you find an explosive barrel. I'm going to go grab that, throw it at him, make him explode. That'll weaken him enough to where I can grab the stick and go over and start beating him with it. So you got to really think. It's almost like a puzzle.
Right. Have you seen Enter the 36 Chambers?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so old Wu-Tang movie. Sounds like whoever designed this expansion pack for this game definitely watched it and added what, 7 more or whatever, 9 more, added 9 more rooms to it. So, but Enter 36 Chambers, same concept. You go in there as nothing, and by the time you exit the 36th chamber, you're supposed to be like as badass as the Grand Master. You know what I mean? So
nice. Well, the shitty thing about the Zelda thing is that if you die or you back out of the game, you have to start over. So you can get to the 44th level, and if you die, you got to start over. And I've been hearing a lot of guys on the and gals on the on my Zelda page, or the chat thing we got, that have been just bitching up a storm. They're like, I spent 3 hours on this thing, got almost to the end, and then I died, and I got to start over. I mean, it makes people want to rage quit bad, but it's what the game needs, though. The game really needed that.
Yeah.
But it's so hard because, you've played, like for me, I've played over 150 hours in this game, and to start into a room with absolutely nothing, you're just like, it's like you're playing the game brand new again. Oh my God, I haven't had to do this since I was, for 150 hours ago,
Jeez. Wow. That's crazy. Like, so how far did you get so far?
Well, like I said, I only had about 10 or 15 minutes to play it. I got to the second room, and then I had to turn it off. Kids deal with the kids or whatever it was. And then I came back thinking that I would pick right up where I was, and it started me back at the first room. So then I had to go back through all that crap again, and I think I got to the third room, and then I had to turn it off again. And that's as far as I've gotten. So
that sucks.
Yep.
That sucks.
No, I know, dude. It sucks so bad. I was so mad.
Jeez, man.
But it kind of goes back to the old days of the NES, and before they had save modes and stuff. And maybe that's what they were doing.
Yeah.
Making it to where remember, you'd leave your NES on, and you pray to God that when you came home from school that day, that light was still on, and your mom didn't walk in and turn it off or something.
Yeah, she was dusting and turned your shit off. You're like, no.
Yeah, dude. Yep. But and I think they got one more DLC. Yeah, they got one more DLC I think coming out for Zelda. So I'm kind of anxious to see what they do with that. But it's that game I think is going to it's going to be overshadowed by the Mario. I think by then.
Yeah. Hopefully they come out with another trailer for the Mario. Draw us in a little bit better for the people that are still like hanging in the shadows, like on the fence, thinking about like, should I get this game or should I wait for the next Mario game? Because just like the franchise to do, they release a game like this, then they'll release usually they release the side-scrolling game first. So unlike 64, Mario 64, because it was a whole new concept, they went straight to that game. So Switch isn't, correct me if I'm wrong, there's not a lot of real newness to the graphics or anything like that, right?
No, not really, not at all.
More or less, it's the multiplayer aspect with the Switch, right?
And that's not even really a big deal either, because they don't really have their multiplayer stuff set up right. Like what you and I play when we play Xbox. We plug our headphones into the controller.
Yeah,
we can chat as we play. Nintendo doesn't have that yet. And
really?
From what I understand, they're going to actually set up to where you'll use your phone to communicate while you're in gameplay. In fact, I think Splatoon 2 is already set up that way, where you have a Splatoon app on your phone, and then you plug into that, and then you can talk to other people as you're playing.
Here's something for you. Nintendo's a audience of younger people, so what about the kids that don't have phones?
Exactly. I guess they can use their tablets. I mean, every kid's got a tablet now.
Yeah. Better get AJ a tablet.
Yeah, no shit.
Like he doesn't have.
No, he's got one. Right? He does actually. he inherited my. I had the very first iPad when it came out.
Yeah.
It was like the iPad 1. I got it like a month after it came out, and he inherited that after I really couldn't use it for work anymore because it was just so outdated. Yeah. And that got passed on down to my son. Yeah, he's gone through like 2 or 3 tablets now. He's got a Samsung one now.
Yeah. Speaking of iPods and fucking Apple, period. I had the first and only horrible experience with an Apple product while I was in Washington.
Oh yeah, so let's get into that. Your little Washington journey.
My little Washington journey.
You've had quite the voyage.
Man, I'll tell you right now, like it was amazing. I spoke earlier on the grass and just like going there and like there's no humidity. If there is humidity, don't get me wrong, it's not how it is on the East Coast or in the Midwest there. Like it's just overpowering. Like you walk out your door and you're going to start sweating. But Washington was amazing. We got into the airport at, when did we fly in there? I can't remember. It was Wednesday. No, yeah. Tuesday. We got in there Wednesday afternoon about 12:30 in the afternoon, and I go up trying to get my guns was fun because I flew Delta, and that was the first time I ever flown with my guns, so that was a very enlightening experience. I had to go get in there, like, we put a zip tie on it on the end of at your destination. I'm like, okay, that's cool. I have 4 padlocks on it, but whatever. Yeah. And then I go to get my rental car. And they're like, I'm sorry, sir, we don't have your Spark or your Mitsubishi Mirage, because I knew I was going to do a lot of driving, so I wanted a cheap car. They're like, here's this Dodge Charger, 27 miles to the gallon. Like they gave me the V6.
God.
Give me the V6, so it's a little bit better. But then I pull up at my buddy's house. He's like, whoa, you're going to your 20-year class reunion. How to get the flashiest thing? Like, are you serious right now? No, I didn't. I would have been happy if I pulled up here in a Chevy Aveo. Like, like give me something small and easy on gas. It was a great time, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, in the reunion, ran into some people from back in the day. It was good to see some of those people. Some of them didn't talk or didn't even come up. I don't know if they thought I was still a firecracker or whatever. I was wild, man. I had a bad temper when I was a kid. Kind of grew out of it. Had some outlets to get rid of that anger since then. So yeah, it was that was the first week. Everything after that was freaking awesome. Went down to where we're looking at buying houses or land or whatever, Liberty Lake. And I think Dana fell in love with it. Man, I love the weather. I love my old friends. I love everything about it, man. I love it.
Yeah.
I wish
There's nothing like home, man. There's nothing like going back home.
Yeah. Man, I mean, like, so my buddy Hoover, he was my gunner in Iraq in my Humvee, and we did the whole deployment together. You know, he hated me a little bit because because I was a staff sergeant, I was his platoon sergeant, so he's just like, God, we got to do that shit, staff sergeant. Come on, man. Fuck, really? Like, yeah, you got to do it. I know it sucks, but we got to do it for because we have to do it. We don't have a fucking choice. Anyways, we got past that in our relationship, and I would like to say that Hoover's probably one of my closest actual like people I stay in contact outside of the Marine Corps. Like he's my little brother, man. He's a good dude, and he's very adventurous. He's gone all over the place. We were looking through his passport and all his stamps. He did some stuff, and then he went up to he went to Puerto Rico. He went to a whole bunch of places outside of the Marine Corps, up to Banff and all that stuff. But man, Washington was a great time, and I absolutely cannot wait to go back. I think I actually might make a trip out there this winter. We don't know. Sorry. I'll go off on a tangent about Washington, man.
Yeah.
The water, I had some video taken. We went to Leavenworth, Washington, and there was steelhead running in the Wenatchee River, and we were behind the Blackbird Hotel in Leavenworth. If nobody is familiar with what Leavenworth is, it's an old town built like 1968, 58 or something like that. And it's designed to look like an old German town or a Dutch town. So like every aspect of this town is like, there's got to be a crazy HOA there or whatever. Like, like if you want to open a business there, it has to have them crazy, like high-pitched roofs with like the eaves and all like a cuckoo clock is the best way to explain it.
Yeah.
So, but there were steelhead running in this river, and they were as big as my arm plus half of it, and like I got them as they were coming through. There's 3 of them. They were huge, man, in a river. This river isn't wider than 50 feet, so to see fish in there that big is like, it's pretty cool. It was a pretty good experience. So.
Yeah, man. There's nothing like home, dude. After you've been away for a while, going back, it's kind of nice.
Yeah.
Well, you brought back a surprise. Do you want to go ahead and do that?
I did.
Washington trip.
Yeah. So in Spokane, downtown Spokane, there's this little shop. It's called Boo Radley's. He's been there. Well, the shop has been there since I want to say the late 60s, early 70s. And it's one of them oddity stores. So you go in there and like you can get like everything from kitten mitten, finger mittens, like little rubber things like hit people in their face with, to zombie donkey heads that you can put over your head, stuff like that. Weird books. God. Yeah. So I actually have the creative cursing book, and I saw it there and I was like, Dana, look, I was like, he's got my book. They got my book here, Creative Cursing. And it's just, it's a big book and it has 2 flip sides in it. So it takes us 2 words. And like, have you seen that, Adam? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. So it like sticky waffle. I don't know. Like I'm trying to be a little PG, but you can come up with some very creative cuss words. So while we were there, we went around the back corner by the counter and all that stuff where the books were, and I saw another book that caught my eye. And we talk a little bit about it on our show here, but like I saw this and I had to pick it up. I just want to let you know that I got a book. It's called Darth Vader and Son.
Dude, I have seen that book. I have seen that book, and that is awesome. I saw it. I think I saw it at No, I saw it at one of the retro video game stores local here.
There was also Darth and Little Princess.
Oh, nice. That is awesome.
Yeah, and all of them. It's like Luke, I can't see. He's got his eyes covered up. Luke's on his shoulders. And then I can read the intro if you want. So it starts off a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. Episode 3.5. Darth Vader and Son is the title. Darth Vader, Dark Lord of the Sith, leads the Galactic Empire against the heroic Rebel Alliance. Before he can take care of the rebels, Lord Vader must first take care of his son, 4-year-old Luke Skywalker. So that's like the whole little entrance in there or whatever. So like just like the thing, like reading up through the opening credits.
Oh, that's cool.
But yeah, cool. So it's by Jeffrey Brown. It's called Darth Vader and Son. It was released in 2015. I didn't know anything about this, and I think that's pretty awesome.
That is pretty awesome, man. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's sweet. Well, speaking of which, The Last Jedi trailer.
Yep.
Let's talk about that for a quick second.
I wish I could speak to it. Oh, wait, that's the other trailer. Yes, let's. I thought we were talking about the other trailer.
No.
Yeah. With no sound.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. I think it drove me crazy. Okay.
So on the new Star Wars trailer, you get some quick glimpses of what's to come. Don't really get any backstory on it or anything, but you see what's her name, Rey, out there swinging the lightsaber around on a cliffside. It's got to be Luke Skywalker there, standing kind of up above her a little bit. So I guess he's training her to be a Jedi. Ways of the Jedi. Which is kind of interesting because from what I heard, or maybe it was on the movie, I don't remember. He was
against.
Right. Well, I guess he became like a teacher for the Jedi, and that's where Kylo Ren learned, his ways. Mm-hmm. And so
he was his apprentice.
Right. So he felt responsible for the way that he turned out.
Yep.
And that's why he's kind of in isolation now. He kind of put himself in isolation, hid from the universe, and he doesn't really want to be found because, he's just ashamed, I guess, of what he did. So now that he's teaching Rey how to be a Jedi, it's kind of interesting. I'm anxious to see where it goes.
Well, so he's had to come over that. He had to gotten over that because look who trained Luke Skywalker. Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Right, yeah.
Who trained Darth Vader.
Who trained
Obi-Wan
Darth Vader.
Kenobi.
Yep. Yep, exactly.
So he had to have had a realization that, like, okay, my master fucked up with him, but then he went to me, so I fucked up with Ren. I fucked up with him, so now I have Rey to build me back up, and maybe there is still hope.
So in the trailer, there was something. Let me see if I can find it here.
The books.
There was something that you see. It's like smashed on the floor, and I'm wondering is that Darth Vader's helmet, because you saw it in the last one where it was all melted.
He was like worshiping it. It was like an idol.
Right. Yeah. But then in this one here, you see you see something that could be Darth Vader's helmet that's smashed on the ground. Yeah. Or was it like, I wonder if it was maybe Kylo Ren's. Well, Kylo Ren is in this one. You also get a quick glimpse of what's her name, Captain Phasma. Captain Phasma. The silver.
Yeah, the chick from Game of Thrones.
Right. So she's back in it.
Well, you didn't even get to see her in the first movie. You just heard her voice. So.
Well, you didn't see her, but yeah.
Exactly, but now you're going to see her with her helmet off, hopefully.
Yeah. So I wonder, too, do you think they're going to kill off Luke Skywalker? Do you think they'll end up killing him off like they did with Han Solo?
I don't know if they'll do it yet.
You don't think so? You don't think he's gonna do like the
I haven't read the
Obi-Wan
books.
where he, you know, like remember? I wonder if they're gonna do that, where Obi-Wan was killed by Darth
He became
Vader,
one with the Force.
right? Um, I wonder if they're gonna do that as just kind of a tribute to Obi-Wan, where Kylo Ren ends up killing Luke Skywalker.
I don't know, man. I don't know. There's it's gonna be very entertaining. So I already told Hayden I was on Fandango now trying to pre-order this. Like, even though I know I'm gonna go to the movie theater and watch it, like I wanted to pre-order it on Fandango now so that it's in my library. And as soon as it's released on Fandango now, which was the old what is it, Roku instant streaming?
Yeah.
Yeah. I love Star Wars, man, and there's so many people out there that are so intelligent with it. One of them being my friend Scott. He's pretty good, man. He enlightened me to a whole bunch of things. Like there's so many Jedi that you're not even tracking in the storyline of the movies. Like there's literally hundreds of them that have their own stories.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, well, maybe we need to get him on the show sometime. Maybe hit him up and see if he wants to join up.
He's actually over there by you. I think is he in Florida now? He's either in Florida or Ohio.
Okay.
So,
yeah. We'll hit him up and see if he wants to come on. Let's talk some Star Wars.
Hell yeah,
man.
He'll put me to shame. I like Star Wars, but that guy is he's like an encyclopedia.
That's awesome. Yeah, I'd love to have him on, man. Let's try that.
All right, I'll try.
Yeah, there's so many people out there like that are just so into the Star Wars stuff that just oh my God, it's unbelievable.
So what do you think with the rest of the trailer? Okay, so we're talking about the one. So you saw the helmet being broke. You don't, I'm not sure who it is. I've saw a lot of speculation on it. I do follow a YouTuber that he talks about a lot of the stuff. Let me see if I can pull his stuff up real quick. I follow him because his takes on stuff are pretty fucking spot on for what I think. So watch this one, and it is. I gotta pause it before it starts talking.
Today we got a huge release.
Yeah. So his page is called The Stupendous Wave. He has 719,000 subscribers, and he's a Star Wars enthusiast. Like the majority of his casts are all about Star Wars. But he was talking about the trailer and like how everything goes on in the helmet. He believes that helmet is actually Darth Vader's or whatever. So
yeah.
And then have we established where Rey came from, who her parents are? No, we haven't.
No.
So
but we know it's not Han Solo and Princess Leia. We know that. And I don't think it's Luke Skywalker.
I think it's his daughter.
No, I don't think she is. I don't know, man.
I think it's Luke's daughter, man. Her force is too strong. You know what I mean?
There's got to be some other. It's going to be somebody that they're going to announce who it is, in the movie, and everybody's going to be like, "Holy shit!" I hadn't thought about this person since episode 5 or something. It's probably somebody you just see a quick glimpse of. Now, the other thing about the movie too is the name, The Last Jedi. Now, Jedi could be perceived as plural or singular. So are they saying the last Jedi as far as like the last group of Jedi, or is she going to be the last Jedi singular? Something to think about.
Or does she even complete her training and does Luke die and he was the last Jedi?
Could be. I mean, technically Kylo Ren is too. He's a Jedi.
He's not a Sith Lord, but he's well on his way.
He's on the dark side, but he's still a Jedi. I mean, there's two sides of the Jedi, right?
Yeah. But he's well on his way to being a Sith Lord, just saying.
Yeah.
He killed his father, right? So his mother is going to die in this fucking show.
Yeah.
Let's see how she passes away, huh?
Yeah, that'll be interesting too, how they're going to do the Carrie Fisher thing. Obviously it's all going to be CGI, or didn't they already have some of it filmed before she died?
They had all of it filmed, I think.
Did
They
they?
got all of
Okay.
her scenes filmed before she passed away.
Okay. So
I
they'll
remember
probably
hearing
find
that on
some
the
way
radio. They're like,
to.
"Don't worry, Star Wars fans. All of her scenes are filmed." Like, be serious? It's so fucked up.
No retakes though. Sorry.
No, no.
It better been right the first time.
Hey, sorry about that. There, that boom guy.
Yeah, get a mic in the screen now. We'll just Photoshop it out. We can't repeat this. God, too soon. Sorry.
Too soon, man. Too soon.
Oh my God.
So, I'm pretty excited about the Star Wars coming out though. I
am too. I think this is going to be another one that I'm probably going to make sure that I'm off work, and I'll probably keep the kid home from school like I did on the Force Awakens.
Need a doctor's note?
No. We just called the school. Like, he's not coming today.
We're watching Star Wars.
We're going to go see Star Wars. And they did too. They were like, "Well, what's the excuse?" I said, "We're just keeping him home today." I don't need to tell you why. It's my kid. Yeah, I don't need to tell you why. It's my damn kid.
Yeah, like your education is free. Oh, that could be a whole nother show. Don't even started.
Right. And speaking of trailers, the Infinity Wars trailer was leaked.
Oh yeah.
I watched it 2 or 3 times. It was really cool. I know you said watched it, but there was you said the audio was there. There was I actually heard audio.
You heard audio?
I did. I
had my shit flipped on. I still didn't hear it.
It was terrible though. I mean, somebody filmed it from their phone
I don't care. I just want to watch it.
Wherever it was, yeah. But it was, man, it just gave me chills seeing everybody together, because you see Star-Lord, everybody, dude. Star-Lord and Spider-Man and Thor and everybody, dude. It was so badass. I am so freaking excited for this. This is going to be awesome.
Sorry, I was looking at it again to see if. Yeah, dude. No audio. No audio.
All right. Well, I'll see if I can find it, and then I'll send you the link or something. See if it's a different one than
it's on YouTube, right?
I saw it on Facebook.
Out on YouTube, it's got like a little screen hashed around it with all the Avengers and all that shit, and then the cell phone video in there. And like, you watched it, right? So I think it was pretty hilarious how everybody freaked out when Spider-Man was on the scene, right?
Yeah, when he was laying there and saying,
like he popped up and like everybody started jumping up in the movie theater.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's like,
I was like, Spider-Man. Are you seriously that happy about Spider-Man?
I was more excited to see Star-Lord. For obvious reasons.
The thing that made me the most excited was fucking Captain America in full fucking beard and long hair. I think that shit was fucking awesome, dude.
Yeah. And then Thor has got his hair cut.
Yeah, right.
Scraggly beard or whatever.
Yeah, he lands on the windshield of the what's that ship called?
The Milano. Yeah.
Yeah, the Milano. He's like, there's Thor for you. Obviously came right out of Ragnarok.
Yeah. I guess
have you seen that yet?
Ragnarok? No.
Yeah. We need to see it.
Yeah. Is it out?
I
don't think it's out yet.
I thought it was.
I don't think so. Here, let me look. To the Google machine.
To the Google. GTS. Google that shit.
It's a release date.
Oh, you're
release date November 3rd.
Okay.
So we will definitely go see that and do a review on that movie when it comes out.
I'm pretty sure it's gonna be freaking awesome.
Yeah, that's gonna be pretty good. Him against Hulk. Oh my god.
Yeah. Oh man. So what else did you like about the Infinity Wars trailer? Besides, I couldn't hear any of it.
Like I said, man, I just love seeing Star-Lord finally incorporated into with the Avengers. That just.
So Star-Lord.
Yep.
You know my thoughts on Star-Lord.
What?
Well, we've had discussions before when one of your prior co-hosts went all fucking fandom on his ass.
You don't like him?
No. I've personally never met him, but I know
Oh, you mean Chris Pratt? You're
Yeah.
talking about? Okay,
Yep.
gotcha. I gotcha. Yeah.
Yep. Yep. I'm sure if I was like, "Hey, Bryce, I'm coming to Seattle. Let's hook up. Find me Chris Pratt." He'd do it.
I didn't
God.
know. No, you never told me that. I didn't know that so you know somebody that knows him?
Yeah. Yeah. So not a big deal or whatever, but
Not a big
I
deal,
told
but
you
I
this.
kind
You
of
said,
know
yeah,
somebody that knows somebody
yeah,
here.
yeah. I know somebody who knows his agent that kind of casually talked about him in a conversation. No, seriously, like went to high school with my squad leader in boot camp, Bryce Mulvaney. He went to high school with him, Lake Stevens, Washington. That's where he's from. I actually moved there right before I joined the Marine Corps. Still didn't meet him, but I met a lot of great people from Lake Stevens, Washington. And actually, some of my friends on Facebook are friends with him because they're from Lake Stevens, Washington. I'm just not the guy that's gonna be like, oh, they're friends with him, so I can be friends with him type deal. So, no, but yeah. So, The Office.
I mean, what was he a douchebag or what?
Parks and Rec or whatever. Parks and Rec. No, he wasn't a douchebag. Not from what I've heard. I heard he was like a really down to earth type dude. Like he was in drama and all that stuff. Like he was nerds like us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because that's kind of the similar stories that I've heard. Because like he was living in a van and
Down by the
down
river.
by the river, and he was just he's one of those like what do they call it, rags to riches type deal, where he just
Right,
kind of fell
exactly.
into
Like
it.
so, he was like at the bottom. Yeah, I read an article because my kid had to do a project, right? And they asked about famous people from Washington, and the movie Guardians of the Galaxy had just came out, right? And so I was like, dude, I was like, all right, so we're putting Bing Crosby on there. He's like, Daddy, who's Bing Crosby? I was like, are you serious, kid? So they didn't grow up like when we grew up. So, but I was like, okay, Chris Pratt. He's like, Daddy, who's Chris Pratt? I was like, oh my God, Star Lord. He's like, oh my God. It's like,
Oh my god, that's funny.
yeah,
That's cool though, man. I like that. That
yeah.
you know a guy who knows a guy that knows
I know
probably
a
one
guy
of
who
the
knows a
biggest
guy that knows a
actors.
lot of famous guys. I don't know what it is, man. My buddy Mulvaney, like we haven't been in contact for a little while now. He's been real busy, but he took over. He took over Vern Funk Insurance. I don't know if he was a manager or something, and then he was selling the insurance, and now he owns like this Seahawks storage unit facility place just north of Seattle, and still does stuff with the insurance. Like the guys, I don't know, man. He makes moves everywhere, so I can't ever figure him out.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's one of those guys. But he had like on his Facebook, he had like pictures with all these rappers and shit, and I don't know, man. Seattle is like the Hollywood of the North, because like you think about it, all the CW films and shit are CW things are filmed up there. So Smallville and all that crap. But yeah, it was a good time, good people. We had fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk real quick before we wrap up about 7 Days to Die, our favorite video
Dude, are we
game.
seriously you want me to rant?
No, I don't want you to rant. We can rant some more, or we can save it till later. We can save it for another show.
No. Go ahead. I'll be easy.
Well, you were talking about the updates and stuff, and
Yep.
you and I have played quite a bit here recently, and
I went high to the right.
and there's been some changes. It's just little shit, really. I mean, some of the stuff that, and there's updates that I didn't even know they had. Like, what was the one the chemistry? Well, I'm talking about like in the console game that we played.
Yeah.
Chemistry lab.
Yeah, you can make gasoline, which you could do it before, but you didn't need a chemistry lab. So, if you're going to attach this to the page, then maybe I can address one of the comments that were left in a feed after I said a whole bunch of idiocracy has been added to the game.
Okay.
So, not trying to rant, just trying to explain myself. So I find it very, without going off of details. So you noticed right off the start when we first started playing our game, right? We played on the new map, new update, new everything. We're like, okay, let's make stone axes, right? And it takes like more rock now. It takes more wood. It takes more fucking plant fiber to make one stone axe. So initially, let me take these off. My whole thought concept of playing the game from the beginning, right, was we gather as much stone, plant fiber, and wood as we can, and then the first night we push hard on making stone axes, i.e. it helps your crafting. It helps your stone axes get numbered. Like you start getting a lot of points right off the start. Like you start accruing those damn points that you need to be able to run faster or whatever, wherever you want to, however you want to allocate them. See, so taking just that one little aspect, it affects the whole outcome of the game. Like why change the allocation of what it takes to make a stone axe when you already get so far up in numbers? It takes more of those stone axes to get to the next number, i.e. say you're at 245, right? Now to get to 246, you have to make 10 more stone axes.
Right. And it's an early game. It's an early game tool. And so once you get all the resources and stuff you need, you're not going to do it. Once you can start making iron axes and steel axes, you're not going to worry about stone axes anyway. So why make it harder?
They made it harder.
Early game, it seems like they've changed also too. Like you and I were talking, it seems like on the what do you call it? The zombie spawn levels are way off too.
Yes.
Because you and I were playing on one. By the way, for all those listening, if you go check out this game for one, it's an awesome game. But number two, you and I made a map called Eternia where we actually built Castle Grayskull with the drawbridge and all that stuff. It's pretty cool. But like I'll have them on the zombie spawn on low, and I'm getting them all the damn time.
Yeah.
And then you and I had the one on your map where we had them set on high, and they weren't spawning very much at all. So
and that was with the new update too.
Yeah. So they've got something's off there. You and I were talking the other night about how the miner's helmet, which there's a light attached to it, how it's not near as bright as what it used to be. Now you get used to it a little bit.
You gotta get a gun.
But shit, the gun, it's super bright. But then again, you can't hold the gun and swing an axe or mine or whatever you need to do at the same time.
Right.
And you had mentioned, like on the PC game, we had talked about this on another episode where they've added stuff to the PC game, like you said, electric generators. Well, now with that, they have traps and stuff that you can attach to the electricity. Like they have one where it's a tripwire, and you can have it set off a sound, like an alarm or whatever. They've got another one where it's like an electric fence, essentially, where the zombie walks into it and it fries them. So
stuff's freaking awesome, but I don't ever see that stuff coming to console. And for all those haters out there that hate on console, like I don't care.
No, we're only two updates behind the console though. Well,
map wise, I don't think so. The map, the new Nazgane map for the computer came out on Alpha 15, dude. We don't have it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So they're picking and choosing what they want to give us, and they're like, "Oh, your stuff can't support our game." Oh, really? It looks like Far Cry works perfectly on my deal. Oh, let me see. Oh, Fallout works perfectly on my console. Like, dude, seriously, like, I don't understand, man. So if you don't want to put money towards your servers and being able to provide people that buy these games a service, shit, and like, I don't know, man. I love the game so much I won't keep playing, but still, like, it just irritates me,
But what irritates me more than anything is the fact that we're 10 updates into the console, and they still haven't figured out how to not get kicked whenever you're on a damn multiplayer.
It's because they haven't updated our servers, dude.
Yeah,
they're updating the shit out of the fucking
annoying, man.
The computers got, man, they're freaking. They're like being able to test stuff out. They're like, oh, look, we can put stuff in the game that's not even in the game yet. You can't kill it, you can't shoot it, but it can sure in the fuck kill you. Like giants. They had like some giant I don't know what it was, dragon or something, or zombie, some giant Goliath zombie.
Yeah, it was a behemoth. Yeah, I
Yeah,
saw
the
that.
behemoth. Like you can throw those in that game, but like we can't even get a good fucking spawn pattern down. They're more worried about the computer game than they are about the console game, and that's, dude. They just need to off. They just need to. They need to split their power and go. Here you go. Here you guys go. Stick with the computer stuff, and we'll stick with the console stuff. We'll help upgrade this. Like have two teams.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, step it up, Fun Pimps.
Money. We did that. We ran the numbers. They've got money. Fucking Fun Pimps' fat pockets they're pimping. You know, like.
Oh yeah, I agree. No, I agree. We got a long ways to go.
That's why I rant. That's why I rant, because of and then you'll get the computer guys on there and be like, "Oh man, no, it's impossible to do this, dude. If it was impossible to do this, do you really think we'd have the type of things that we have now with like the Far Cry games, the RPG style games, the Fallout games? Like those are the same type of games, essentially.
Yeah, and as far as I know,
aspect.
And as far as I know, all those games that are on PC and on console, they stay pretty consistent with each other.
Yep.
You know,
and they have Havoc. They have Havoc behind them. They have Telltale behind them.
They're big. Telltale's big.
Yeah. If you have these people behind them and you're using a block building thing, all you are is Minecraft with some regular graphics in there. I get irritated because I can't put torches in the right place.
I know. And they need to make round blocks too.
Yeah.
That really annoyed me too. Like, you know, when we were building the Castle Grayskull, trying to make the towers on the side, I had to make them square and kind of stagger them out, you know, like almost pyramid out, because I couldn't, there's no way to do like a round block. Stupid.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see. But yeah, we keep playing the game. You know, like I said, it's one of our favorites, and that's we'll keep playing it.
Yeah, I know we're
just like the bitch
deal here, but get Roxy out. We're winding out the deal here, but this right here is my buddy. This is Bruce. And
hi, Bruce.
Yeah, he probably won't be with us too much longer. Sorry to add in a sad note there, Adam.
Oh, poor guy. I know, man. He's been having a rough time.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, he's 16 years old. He's got a cyst on his leg that's pretty heinous.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
That's sad, man.
Yeah. It's all right. We're gonna take care of you, buddy. I've been trying to fatten him up so like a doctor would work on him. They won't work on him, so he's underweight. So, come here, Bruce. Oh, you want my fries?
Oh, I wanted to show you real quick too.
Okay.
All those on the video. I want to show you this. I was digging through some boxes. I've been going through. I collected for years. I collected die-cast, like the 1/18 scale die-cast cars.
Yeah.
And plastic model kits. You know, I used to put models together, and I've got a bunch of them that I just collected, kept them sealed and stuff like that. I was going through some of the boxes because I'm selling some of my stuff, and I came across these. These are ones from when I was a kid. You can see that is the
wow,
the General Lee.
Yeah,
and you can tell he's been well worn. And I found Daisy Duke's Jeep.
Nice.
Oh, this is cool. Here's a blast from the past. Tell me if you remember this guy. This truck, pickup truck.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
You remember who that's from?
It's still Dukes of Hazzard, right?
No, hang on. See if I can get the right light here to show you what's on the. You can't really see what's on the hood. It's the Fall Guy.
The Fall Guy?
Yeah, remember that?
Yeah.
Hey, I found those today. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. And then this was actually one of my. This was one of my favorites as a kid, man. This '57 Chevy.
Yeah.
And this is one of those ones that would change color. It used to change. I don't think it still does.
Like the hypercolor.
Yeah. Right? Remember you would take it and they had the little car wash thing that you would like get them wet. Water. And then, and it would change the color as it came out. Yeah. Badass, dude. Kind of a blast from the past there. But I guess on that note, man, let's wrap this up.
All right, man.
We're just a little bit over an hour here, and I gotta get kids in bed. So
Yeah, mine just went to bed. That's why the dogs are in here.
but all you out there, thanks for listening. Thanks for those that joined us on chat. It's really cool to get some interaction. If you're watching us on YouTube, make sure you subscribe. Please, please, please subscribe. Give us a thumbs up, all that good stuff. It just lets us know who all we have out there that's watching and listening. And on iTunes, we're on Google Play. Find us in any of those places. Please give us a rate and review. Find our Facebook page, Masters of the Retroverse. Search that. And I got something, too, I was going to talk to you about after the show off the air, kind of in addition to the Facebook page. And we're on Twitter, MOT Retro. You can email us at motretroverse@gmail.com.
Oh, shit. Dad's calling the office.
What? Oh, better get that.
Don't leak our notes on the Facebook page, damn it.
Right, yeah. But yeah, thanks for everyone for watching. Thanks for listening. Thanks for hanging out with us, and thanks to all of our friends over on the Facebook page. It's probably one of our most interactive. I'm not really on the Twitter thing too much. I check it every now and then. But yeah, so the best way to hit us up if you want to, just reminisce about your childhood or give us show topics, just share them on the Facebook page, and we'll be glad to give you a shout out and all that good stuff on the show. So,
yeah, man,
that's it for me. You can find me. I'm on Xbox at xbadwolf79x, and you are on Xbox as
Turmoil, TERMOIL, because you was taken. 77.
Nice. And then on that note, we will see everyone next week for another episode.
There's my see ya.
See ya. Deuces.